River dolphins are a polyphyletic group of fully aquatic mammals that reside exclusively in freshwater or brackish water. They are an informal grouping of dolphins, which itself is a paraphyletic group within the infrorder Cetaceae. Extant river dolphins are placed in two superfamilies, Platanistoidea and Ineoidea. They comprise the families Platanistidae, the South Asian dolphins, the recently extinct Lipotidae Yangtze River dolphin, Enilidae the Amazonian dolphins, and Pontoporidae. There are 5 extant species of river dolphins. River dolphins alongside other cetaceans belong to the clade Artiodactyla, with even-toed ungulates, and their closest living relatives the hippopotamuses, from which they diverged about 40 million years ago. Specific types of dolphins can be pink dot. River dolphins are relatively small compared to other dolphins, having evolved to survive in warm, shallow water and strong river currents. They range in size from the 5-foot (1.5 meters) long South Asian river dolphin to the 8-foot (2.4 meters) and 220-pound (100 kilogram) Amazon river dolphin. Several species exhibit sexual dimorphism, in that the males are larger than the females. They have streamlined bodies and 2 limbs that are modified into flippers. River dolphins use their conical-shaped teeth and long beaks to capture fast-moving prey in murky water. They have well-developed hearing that is adapted for both air and water. They do not really rely on vision since the water they swim in is usually very muddy. Instead, they tend to rely on echolocation when hunting and navigating. These species are well adapted to living in warm, shallow waters, and unlike other cetaceans have little to no blubber. River dolphins are not very widely distributed, they are all restricted to certain rivers or deltas. This makes them extremely vulnerable to habitat destruction. River dolphins feed primarily on fish. Male river dolphins typically mate with multiple females every year, but females only mate every 2 to 3 years. Calves are typically born in the spring and summer months, and females bear all the responsibility for raising them. River dolphins produce a variety of vocalizations, usually in the form of clicks and whistles. River dolphins are rarely kept in captivity. Breeding success has been poor, and the animals often die within a few months of capture. As of 2015, there were only 4 river dolphins in captivity. 4 families of river dolphins, Enilidae, Pontoporidae, Lipotidae and Platanistidae, are currently recognized, comprising 3 superfamilies: Ineoidea, Lipotoidea and Platanistoidea. Platanistidae, containing the 2 subspecies of South Asian river dolphin, is the only living family in the superfamily Platanistoidea. 2 Previously, many taxonomists had assigned all river dolphins to a single family, Platanistidae, and treated the Ganges and Indus river dolphins as separate species. A December 2006 survey found no members of Lippert's vexillifer, commonly known as the Beiji or Chinese river dolphin, and declared the species functionally extinct. With their disappearance, one of the recently accepted superfamilies, Lipotoidea, has become extinct. A Beiji conservation dolphinarium was established at the Institute of Hydrobiology IBI in Wuhan in 1992. This was planned as a backup to any other conservation efforts by producing an area completely protected from any threats, and where the Beiji could be easily observed. The site includes an indoor and outdoor holding pool, a water filtration system, food storage and preparation facilities, research labs and a small museum. The aim is to also generate income from tourism, which can be put towards the Beiji plight. The pools are not very large, only kidney-shaped tanks with dimensions of 82 feet 25 meters arc, 23 feet 7.0 meters width and 11 feet 3.4 meters depth, 33 feet 10 meters diameter, 6.6 feet 2.0 meters deep and 39 feet 12 meters diameter, 11 feet 3.4 meters deep, and are not capable of holding many Beijis at one time. D. Authors Adams and Mark Carwadine documented their encounters with the endangered animals on their conservation travels for the BBC programme Last Chance to See. The book by the same name, published in 1990, included pictures of a captive specimen, a male named Chi-Chi, that lived in the Wuhan Institute of Hydrobiology Dolphinarium from 1980 to July 14, 2002. Discovered by a fisherman in Donting Lake, he became the sole resident of the Beiji Dolphinarium beside East Lake. A sexually mature female was captured in late 1995 but died after half a year in 1996 when the Shishatiani-jo Beiji Semi-Natural Reserve, which had contained only finless porpoises since 1990, was flooded. 55. The Amazon River dolphin has historically been kept in dolphinariums. Today only 3 exist in captivity, one in Acuario de Valencia in Venezuela, one in Zoológico de Guistacoca in Peru, and one in Duisburg Zoo in Germany. Several hundred were captured between the 1950s and 1970s, and were distributed in dolphinariums throughout the US, Europe and Japan. Around 100 went to US dolphinariums, and of that only 20 survived. The last named Chuckles died in Pittsburgh Zoo in 2002. Amazon River dolphins, known by the natives as the Boto encantadas or toners, are very prevalent in the mythology of the native South Americans. They are often characterized in mythology with superior musical ability, seductiveness, and love of sex that often results in illegitimate children and attraction to parties. Despite the fact that the Encanto are said to come from a utopia full of wealth and without pain or death, the Encantadas crave the pleasures and hardships of human societies. 58. Transformation into human form is said to be rare, and usually occurs at night. The encantado will often be seen running from a festa despite protests from the others for it to stay, and can be seen by pursuers as it hurries to the river and reverts to dolphin form. When it is under human form, it wears a hat to hide its blowhole, which does not disappear with the shapeshift. 58. Besides the ability to shapeshift into human form, encantadas frequently wield other magical abilities such as controlling storms, hypnotizing humans into doing their will, transforming humans into encantadas, and inflicting illness, insanity, and even death. Shamans often intervene in these situations. 58. Kidnapping is also a common theme in such folklore. Encantadas are said to be fond of abducting humans with whom they fall in love, children born of their illicit love affairs, or just about anyone near the river who can keep them company, and taking them back to the Encant. The fear of this is so great among people who live near the Amazon River that both children and adults are terrified of going near the water between dusk and dawn, or entering water alone. Some who supposedly have encountered encantadas while out in their canoes have been said to have gone insane, but the creatures seem to have done little more than follow their boats and nudge them from time to time.